Hey, y'all, I'm Caroline.
And I'm Kristen, and we are the hosts of Unladylike, and we are super excited to bring y'all new episodes starting March 30th.
You're going to hear unladylike takes on everything from women and ADHD,
to body positivity pressures with model Tess Holliday,
to family secrets and identity with writer Morgan Jerkins. New episodes of Unladylike are out right now. Listen in Stitcher, Apple, the Sirius XM app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Building a legacy that never dies. Every sector of our lives is pretty much under construction. Family, under construction. Career, under construction. Relationships, under construction. Emotions, I know mine live under construction. Finances, under construction. We might as well be under construction together. Welcome to Under Construction with your girl, Tamar Braxton. Now, is anyone else working on their summertime fine? Now, y'all know I love being fit, tight, and right. And to make sure I'm all of that for this summer, I got a shiny new friend. Ow, yeah, y'all. She got her a stationary bike. Now, look, I don't know if y'all remember the episode we did with Angela Davis, co-founder of Army, but during that show, I talked about how I just could zone out on my bike and no, for real, seriously, it's like a whole vibe for me, right? First and foremost, it clears my mind, and I swear, y'all, it's like I can hear God so clear, like, Tamar! Oh, God, that's you. No, for real. And look, so second, it gives my body everything it needs to come together. All right? So look, that's my secret. I want to know what's yours. And I also want to know because I might need to try some other exercises throughout the summer. Because, you kind of got to diversify that thing, okay? Well, look, shoot your girl a note to ucwithtamar@gmail.com to let me know how you're preparing for your summertime fine. Ow! Okay, everybody, grab your notebooks and let's get ready to speak some positivity over our lives. All right? Come on, everybody. Here we go. I have the power to write a better tomorrow as long as I believe that better is possible. Y'all, look, the mind is such a powerful machine. I swear to God it is. But the best thing about it is we all have one. And the bad thing is that many of us are too afraid to truly tap into the depths of our abilities. Well, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I'm professing that we're going to do a new thing. Yes, we are going to do a new thing. And we're going to start with believing this affirmation right here. I have the power to write a better tomorrow if I believe that better is possible. Listen. Okay? Well, I believe so. And with each new day, my better will become my best. Y'all about to tear up this studio. Okay? All right, everybody. Today on Tamar Takes, we're talking flat sheet or nah. Now, until recently, I had no idea that there was a legit debate about whether folks use flat sheets as a part of their bedding or not. But after seeing it for the fifth time in various chat groups, I figured I needed to weigh in and check who needs to be checked. Okay? Now, check this out. My personal preference is, I don't even know if it's a preference or what you are supposed to do because you had some good home training, right? Let's just say from the cheap of the least expensive stores or the most ridiculously outrageous priced beddings, right? You get a set. You get a flat sheet and you also get a fitted sheet. Okay? Your fitted sheet goes on first, then the flat sheet, and then I hope to God you have you a blanket and then your comforter. Now, a lot of people don't realize that your comforter is not meant to be used every single night, dirt merts. Okay? Because if you think about it, when is the last time your comforter was able to fit in your washing machine? Anybody? Anybody out? Exactly. So it's for decoration purposes. You're supposed to use your blanket and your flat sheet as your sleeping gear for your bed. Now, I want to know y'all take on that because to me, not using your flat sheet is just nasty. and cold. Let's just say you went on a date, right? And y'all, you adults and things happen and you end up in the bedroom. I don't recommend it, but if that's what you do, you end up in the bedroom and you flip the comforter back and it's just a fitted sheet. It's a no for me. It's a wrap. Like, I'm getting my purse, I'm getting my coat, and I'm outie 5,000 because you nasty and dirty. Well, y'all know this is just my thoughts. It ain't no shade. It's really about your preference, okay? So as always, hold on to what, works for you and dump the rest because this is just Tamar takes on the flat sheet. All right, I'm finna keep it a thou. Baby, it is all me. All right, y'all, it's time to tap into that Keep It a Thou inbox and pull out a few questions for your girl. Let's see what we got today.
Hey Tamar, since the passing of the late DMX, do you believe our community needs more resources made available to people of color, especially for those whose lives are constantly being looked at like through a microscope? How can we support celebrities and other public figures who may be going through difficult times?
This is like a real hard subject to speak on because, I feel like when things are actually really going on and people speak out about them on social media, those people who are speaking out get dragged, such as myself. I and also Nene and a few other reality stars have spoken about the fact that we need protection. We need a union, so when these shows are done with you and you have given basically your whole life and your whole life stories, and once you're out of resources, you're basically thrown in the trash. It's like, oh, well, you're toxic. I don't know. I think that all of these entertainment outlets need some type of protection. And the truth of the matter is, stop judging people for speaking out about things that needs to be changed and elevated. Things won't change, but it starts with us. All right, question number 2.
I've noticed that you speak very highly about the power of manifestation. It's not something that I'm very familiar with, as I'd never even been introduced to the idea of speaking affirmations over myself until I started listening to this podcast. Could you share a little more about how one might go about manifesting? Does it require me to sit and write something or meditate? Just let me know.
Okay, so let me tell you the secret behind manifestation and meditation. It's a very personal thing. So if you enjoy writing, then you'll find your best way to do so with writing. If you find that listening to calm music is your best way of expressing yourself and calming down and getting focused, then that's what's going to work for you. I myself like to listen to music and zone out and be by myself and have time to think with just me and God. And that has helped me really focus in on what it is that I want and need to ask God for. It is a very personal thing. No one can find it for you. You have to try out different methods and see what works for yourself. But the best part about this question is the fact that you decided to do so. And I'm happy about that. Well, all right, everybody. I got to say, seeing the number of questions that roll in every single week is amazing. And I really feel like we are on a path to healing out loud. I truly hope that my responses prove to be beneficial to your situations. And now, everybody, if you'd like to have your questions answered during an upcoming episode of Under Construction, just shoot your girl a note to ucwithtamar@gmail.com. That's the letters ucwithtamar@gmail.com. Look, everybody, I ain't got all the answers, but you can count on me to always keep it a thou. Now, up next, we're going into the blueprint. This is the blueprint. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Now, my good girlfriend Beyonce said that I want to leave my footprints in the sand of time. Know there was something that I left behind. Now, when I leave this world, I'll have no regrets. Leave something to remember so they won't forget. Look, that seems to be in alignment with what Mr. Bernard was thinking when he opened the Bernard's funeral home in Memphis, Tennessee. The only problem is his 2 daughters aren't that interested in the family business. Now, today he joins us alongside of his mom, Debbie, to tell us all about the new hit Netflix reality show, Buried by the Bernards. Welcome to Under Construction, Debbie and Ryan. Okay, so listen, guys, I just want to jump right in because setting up was hilarious to me. So this is not an act. This family is hilarious. And I enjoy watching you guys on TV.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Why do a family reality TV show?
Mom, are you going to take over and go ahead and answer? Or you want me to answer?
What was the question? Why did we do the show?
Yes. Why y'all doing a family reality show?
Well, for one thing, we thought it was going to be something different, something nice. At the same time, we sort of kind of thought, it's going to keep it clean. It wasn't going to be no dirty. It wasn't going to be no fighting. It wasn't going to be no bunch of mess. It was fine, because this is what we do every day. Now, if this is what you do every day, we do this every day.
Yeah. Right.
So we say, if this is what we do every day, we might as well go ahead and do it. And at the same time, get a check.
Y'all, let me tell you something. I enjoy Miss Debbie. She reminds me of Shekinah.
Oh, wow.
Well, first of all, I know Shekinah on a different level. I've been knowing Shekinah for about 15 years. So what you see is kind of what you get, but she's hilarious. She's super smart. She's a great person. And your spirit reminds me of hers.
Oh, thank you. I love Shekinah. Shekinah. I've always watched all their little shows. They had Tiny and Shekinah, and they were on the tour bus and all of that. I like all of that. Yeah. That's me.
Well, Shekinah has a funeral home too. Did y'all know that?
No.
Yeah. she just woke up and said she wanted us.
No, we didn't know that.
So I just wanted to know, right? So is that what happened to you, Ron? You woke up and what happened? Because you was a comic, right?
No, not at all. A comic.
Where I get that from?
In the funeral business.
So what happened? Did you just wake up and was like, oh, I wanna have a funeral home?
Well, it was mostly because my aunt had passed, my mother's sister. And I was just not happy with the funeral service, the way she looked, the atmosphere, that where they had her set up and everything. And I just knew I could provide a better service for families in need and just add more options to family than just the plain traditional old funeral. And it was Debbie's idea mostly, but I was the brain powers behind the whole thing. So I went and took the test and got my licensings, and the rest is history.
So you just didn't appreciate how that funeral home had your auntie looking.
No,
so you was like, I could do this.
No, I funeral services are a celebration of life,
Yes,
yes. Y'all think Debbie is crazy. Y'all should have met her sister. Yeah. So she was the life of the party. She everybody loved to cook, invite everybody over, dancing and everything. So they didn't send her away the right way.
Okay, got it. So since I done jacked up what you did before all of this, what did you do? Let's just get that straight.
I was a real estate agent.
Oh, well, that's different. So you was a real estate agent, and then now how that worked?
Well, Tamar, they always said if you want to open up a business, you need to open up a business that's always going to be in need. Period.
I don't know. My association with death is very scary. I only had one person who passed who was close to me. You know what I'm saying? So like going to a funeral and like being close to people who have passed on to the other side is weird for me. That wasn't weird for you at first?
Well, the old folks always told me we need to be scared of the living and not the dead because they can't do nothing to us. But for me, it wasn't a weird thing because, that's life. But it is a constant reminder that one day there could be you or your family member, someone you love. So it makes you just appreciate life. So
when you thought about opening up this home because of your auntie, what did you think you could do better? Like, how did you know that you could add something better? Like, because it's a lot of steps that goes into this. It's hair, it's makeup, it's wardrobe. It's a full-on award show, right?
Right.
Like I use my auntie, for example. She was the life of the party. She was the life of the family. So funerals are mostly sometimes a sad occasion. She wouldn't want all us in there grieving and sad. She would have wanted to be a little lively, play some of her favorite music, have a little party with it,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about you, Debbie? Did you think he was crazy when he was talking about he wanted to open up a funeral home?
No, ma'am. I didn't think so at all. No. I just know he needed to do some research. He was going to go to class. He was going to do great. Ryan is an excellent student and whatever he's going to have to do. I just had to do the background. I had to know what he needed to do to succeed. It's 29 funeral homes in Memphis.
Yeah.
All around the same corner.
Yeah.
They all on the same block almost.
I remember when I went there for a concert, I was told that it was like a block, right?
It is.
Yeah. I remember. I was told that.
It's a block. You go down one street, turn the corner, come back. It's over.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not so
Hey,
loud.
Ma, the black community. We got 1 million churches.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard for black people to talk about death. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for us to like really come to terms with it until we're going through it, right?
Right.
Is that why you ultimately wanted to like open up a funeral home, because you wanted to make a difference, or was there anything else besides your auntie looking crazy? You thought you could do a better job for your auntie?
No, it's other things. It's a lot that comes into a funeral home. You know, you got to think about something. Once you do the research, once you go out and then go see what your competitors have to offer, once you research the resources that's here, you know, in certain areas, you know, I'm not gonna say in certain areas, the money is just not here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like we prepare for death. We don't have it. It's not like back in the day where your grandmama had 10 insurance policies.
Yeah.
The mailman, they knocked on the door. She went in her breast. She got out a handkerchief, paid the insurance man every Saturday. And she was paying on a policy. At that time, she didn't know the policy wasn't worth for $500.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So we got the same thing going on now. We do not play. We playing for everything. We ain't playing for death.
That's way before our time, Mom.
See, anybody even told you to get up there on that. Let me get this. Look here, Tamar.
Yes.
This new generation does not plan for death. So our thing was this. Let's go in with a price everybody can afford, do the research, get the products. If they can't pay this, they don't need to have a funeral. So that's why we did $1,895.
I saw that on the show.
That's what I'm talking about. And it rocks the dough all day long.
Really? I was hollering at the commercial that y'all was like hollering. So do y'all have like funeral sales all the time?
Yes, man. That's our regular price. That's our drawing card. And it has worked. And it continues to work.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like this. Why would you open up your door and say, okay, I'm going to have a funeral. It's going to be $7,500. We're going to get more people in our door for $1,895 when you're getting that $7,500 once every 90 days.
So did the whole block go down to 18 like y'all?
No, they try to. They'll try to. You know what I'm saying? But they can't match what we do have because we got too many different varieties of colors of caskets because we have worked toward this. We got purple, red, orange, yellow, any color you want, we got it, okay, for the $1,895.
You got the Crayola box.
You better have that Crayola box out. So we got all of that. We got red. So they would have to match what we do have. We put a good package together, and that's what we work on.
And we also offer packages, $5,000 packages, $10,000 packages. We cater to the family and their needs.
What you mean? Like, so the $1,895 is like the basic.
That's
basic.
What you get, the casket and you get the program.
And the service.
You get the casket, you get to pick up your loved one, you get the embalming, you get the use of the facilities, you get the hearse, you get the
drive-through viewing.
The drive-through viewing, you get the whole package for $1,895.
What?
Yes. It is taking this city by storm.
That's cheaper than a Chanel bag.
Exactly, because we got the product to match it. We just ain't throwing $1,895 out there with no cloth casket. No, we not. So I'm telling you, it's something to see.
Okay, let's talk about this drive-through viewing.
Okay.
That's a Memphis thing, huh?
No, they started first in Chicago. Chicago was the first city to start the drive-through.
Okay,
so I saw one out in California, which gave me the idea.
Here in LA?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in Compton.
Oh, everything's in Compton, honey.
It's a nice one, too. It's a nice drive-through over there.
Really?
Yes,
well,
man.
Tell me how
real
that changed
nice.
the game for y'all there. How did that change the game?
Because wasn't nobody here. See, Memphis is a Bible town. You know, everything down here is centered around the church and the Bible town and everything. So when you jump outside the box, they look at you crazy like, wait a minute, hold up. I know dang well they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So, you know, when we said, we're going to go do this, they started looking crazy, talking about us like a dog.
A lot of people thought it was disrespectful, you know, lack of class.
Right.
I don't want my mom in no window.
Right.
And then COVID happened and here all the winners. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Now here COVID, everybody wants to win.
Yeah, everybody wants. So the window is included in the $1,895.
Oh, but believe that? Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Yes.
Can the family believe how you're getting all of this value?
Now, at first, the ones that don't know us see. They be like, let me go in the door and just see what they got for $1,895. Somebody either told them or they saw it or heard about it. But then we put on this show, this $10,000 show. We capture them. So we have services. We see the same families over and over and over again. We got your cousin, we got your brother, we got your uncle, your granddaddy. We got everything there. They our family now.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes, I guess. Because when my niece passed, it was like, oh, we did your grandmother and we did your aunt.
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yes. Yes, it's business. It's like this.
So once you do one, you basically you got the whole family for forever.
Got to do a good job now. You got to show up and show out.
Okay, so what's that look like? What's doing a good job at a funeral look like?
Well, first of all, black folks, they want to make sure they people look like themselves.
Okay.
Right. That's the main thing they're worried about.
That's what they're worried about. Mm-hmm. So makeup is everything. So it's still, you know how they back in the day. You know, when you used to go to a funeral home a long time ago, the damn mortician looked like he had makeup all on his face. Remember that?
You know what? I'm not.
Okay, baby, back in the day, the funeral director had makeup all caked up on his face. Okay, we don't do that now. We do what they do now. We take that little gun and just spray them lightly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? We ain't doing all that cake and makeup. No. We airbrush you. We doing the new eyebrows. We doing everything they want to do now. That's what we doing. And that's what they like.
The Tamar, we keep it simple. The family will usually give us a portrait or a picture. This is how we want grandmama to look. This is what the shade of lipstick we want her, and we do it just like the family wants.
So why family business? Yeah, because Ryan, you could have did this by yourself. Like you was killing, I'm sure you was killing the real estate game because you seem like, you super smart, you a boss.
Tamar, 2 years in the game, I'm thinking the same thing. Why did I bring these folks up here? I don't know how to get rid of them now. Y'all ain't gonna like me if y'all hear I fired my mama and my uncle.
What?
I'm gonna lose my little small fan base I got if they hear I fired my mama.
Well, I don't know how small you talking about. I mean, because people talking about you hold the keys to the city. You over there single and ready to mingle. Is that the case?
That is somewhat the case.
What you mean somewhat? Come on, break it down. Come on.
I'm kind of more focused on the grind right now. Like the young folks say I'm trying to get to the bag right now.
The young folk, how old are you?
I'm 45.
You not the young folk? We not the young folk?
The young folks say I'm old.
I'm the young folk. The young folk what?
The young folks say I'm old. They say I need to be settled down and sat down somewhere.
First of all, you are not an old man, okay? There's some real pop-pops walking around here, honey, trying to hold it down. They are not holding it. They're not. You're only 45, and you've been doing this, 2 years?
3 years.
3 years, and your family's into, and now you have this big old Netflix show. Like, what does that feel like? And has this changed the dynamic of your family? Because I'm going to go there just a little bit because you guys are new into being on television with your family, and I know you've seen and heard about what I've come out and talked about personally, how it has affected my family. Yes, in some ways positively, but in a lot of ways, not so good. Oh. Are you afraid of any of that?
I'm
Do you think about it?
I think about it. I'm kind of nervous, not knowing what to expect and not knowing where this wave is gonna, take me. But as far as change, my Uncle Kevin, you can't tell him nothing now.
Yes.
And Debbie, she thinks she Halle Berry now somebody. I don't know. She got to get her hair fixed all done to go to Walmart now,
That's just being a girl.
She wasn't worried about it at first.
So she still ain't worried about it. She'll put it in a ponytail and keep going.
Take my pictures and stuff. I got to watch what I'm wearing now.
She ain't saying all that. That's Kevin. Debbie don't care.
Well, you never supposed to leave the house with a little mascara on because you never know who watching you. Right. I believe in that.
Yeah.
So none of the dynamic has changed thus far. Everybody is pretty much basically the same.
The same. We still hollering down the hall. We still getting into it. We still fighting. We still eating bologna and crackers. Ain't nothing damn changed. We still the same.
I love y'all for the bologna and crackers. I love that.
We had smoked turkey and crackers.
But when y'all eat around these dead people, how that work?
Well, see, you got to think about it. We in a big old building. They dead people downstairs. We upstairs in a whole nother house. So we upstairs. So we got everything. We got the turkey and the crackers, the bologna and the crackers, and the cheese and the crackers. It's like, hey, open your bag of what you bring today. Hey, Tamar, that's what we eating up here. That's what me and the ladies eating up here, okay?
Okay. Well, I mean, so listen, I just have to ask because when we think about, dead people, we think about scary stuff. Have y'all had an experience like that?
Girl, let me tell you something what they did to me. When I first started working, I was kind of downstairs. I'm kind of man, how do people really live in a funeral home? People live in a funeral home. Like, ain't no way the hell I'm gonna live in one.
Ain't no way, me either. I ain't going.
So, when we first opened up, every time I thought I heard some girl, I'd run to the front door. I'd run out those. Man said, come here, Miss David, you can't do this, baby. You're going to have to go home because you can't run out every time you hear a sound. So I had to get past that. Then my brother told me one day, said, after a while, when you get a lot of people, they start talking to each other. I said, do they really? He said, yeah, come over here. So he took me and put me by the side by the chair. He said, just be quiet, you'll hear. And they be talking to each other.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can go right in a certain corner in this funeral home and just kind of sit there, and they'll start talking to each other.
Oh, miss.
I'm gonna let my brother tell you that story. Yeah, they be talking to each other. Their spirits be in here talking to each other. Like, hey, what you doing? How you end up here? What you wearing? What day your service gonna be? Yeah, you been hearing them mumbling and talking to each other. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking they saying. That's the only thing they could be saying. What day you going out? But yeah, they be in the corner talking. My brother told us to come here, sit here, and you will hear him. If he was here today, he'll tell you that.
Mama,
I believe
stop
it.
messing with these folks.
No, I don't think she messing with me. I think she telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you, Kevin just not here to bag me up, but I'm telling the truth.
I believe it.
He said, just sit right here and don't say nothing and just listen. And you'll hear a little mumbling and everything. So we translated to say, they saying, how you doing? What's your name? How long you been here? What day you going out for your service? They be talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I got a friend that she'll tell you in a minute. If she come see me, she'll say, honey, listen, come outside. You not coming in? No. Because she said every time she come in the funeral home, the spirits follow her home. And she ain't got no room for nobody else to come to her house.
Well, the day I hear him talking is the day I'm walking out of here.
Right.
Y'all might well start looking for another
baby, she ain't coming in the door. She not coming in this door. I don't care what you got, what you gonna give her, what you talking about. She said, come outside. And I go outside and I meet her.
Y'all need to stop all that playing.
Have you heard these stories, though?
Tamar, if I heard them stories or experienced that, I would be a comic. I'd be an amateur night right now.
Okay, I tell you what. You know what I really hate? Uncle Kevin is not here this evening. He will tell you what I'm saying. He will verify. He will vouch for it. You go downstairs by that chapel in that big old black chair, and they be talking to each other. He can tell me a lot of times, David, just be quiet. You
Mama.
And you been hearing it. Boo, boo, boo,
The reason
boo.
you don't know what he told
Boo, 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 boo. Hey, I'm telling you the truth, man.
I believe you,
okay.
but I just want to know who's interpreting. Is that you?
I'm just interpreting. I'm just trying to think about what could y'all be all talking about. Okay, I tell you what. Tomorrow when he come to work, talk to him about it. Go sit in that same little spot. You're going to hear him talk.
So Ryan, you're saying you ain't never scared to be around all these dead people. That's what you said.
I used to be. No, not now.
I ain't never scared. You know, I watched The Walking Dead.
I used to be terrified. But see, now I go down, I look at everybody, let me see her hair. Let me see her makeup. Let me see her dress. I don't like that jewelry. Put this on her. Because we keep boxes of stuff. Because if a lot of times families don't come with everything. Mm-hmm. So you got to try to spruce them up yourself. Mm-hmm. Put them earrings on. I don't like them. You know, then you tell the family, I took them earrings off because I didn't really like them. But are these okay? Oh, wow. Thank you. So, you know, we do a lot of that. We hands-on once the guys get them ready.
Tamar, in all seriousness, what really bothers me and gets me all the time is the babies and the young people.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't take it. Oh, I can't take them babies. Y'all can't take the babies.
What is the youngest y'all ever had?
Girl, stillborn.
Oh, don't nobody got no time for that. That's a lot.
That's too much.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So how do you comfort the families? How does that work? Because you guys have to play like therapists too.
Grief counselor.
Yes. Yeah. So you guys have a grief counselor there.
You got to feel them. Every family different. You just sit there and you just feel them and just see what they going to say. You know, you give them your condolences and then you always follow which way they going to go. And then you say, okay, let me start another way. Then you start another conversation. Yeah. You got to go somewhere else and relate to them in another area because all that sadness and grief is still there. But we just kind of condensed it to go somewhere else. Did you watch The Masked Singer last night? Girl, play again. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's just hard. Because all of us have lost a family member. Everybody lost somebody. So, you know, we just kind of want to see the beauty, not the beauty in it, but let's go somewhere else and talk about something else. How did your sister, what did she like to wear? What did she like to do? Now, you see?
Yeah.
That's what I do. I take them somewhere else.
We're speaking with Ryan and Debbie from the hit Netflix show, Buried by the Bernards. Stay with us.
Hey y'all, I'm Caroline.
I'm Kristen, and we are the hosts of Unladylike, and we are super excited to bring y'all new episodes starting March 30th.
You're going to hear unladylike takes on everything from women and ADHD.
There was that part of me that was so afraid that someone would look at me and go, no, you don't have ADHD, you're just looking for an excuse.
To body positivity pressures with model Tess Holliday.
I really have struggled with my body, and it's only been the past few months that I've been okay with giving myself permission to love my body even on the days that I don't like it.
to family secrets and identity with writer Morgan Jerkins.
I realized that I'm not just an African American woman. After I left Louisiana, I started to identify as an African American and Creole woman because that's who I am.
Plus, we're debuting a new advice series called Ask Unladylike. We'll be answering listeners' burning questions about complicated friendships, uncomfortable family issues, toxic workplaces, you name it.
New episodes of Unladylike start March 30th. Listen in Stitcher, Apple, the SiriusXM app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
We're back into the Blueprint talking with Ryan Bernard and his mom, Debbie, about the show Buried by the Bernards. So let's go back to the babies real quick. Not the ones that are gone. I'm talking about your babies.
Me?
No, Ryan.
Oh.
Well, there's some grown women.
Was it hard? Was it hard getting the girls to join you in this mortuary situation?
It wasn't hard to get them to join because they were the excitement and the allure of their own paycheck, you know?
Right.
But now, as far as being around the deceased, they're not with that. And I tried to use them on certain funerals with me. You know, look, girls, I just want y'all to stand by the casket, smile, look pretty, you know, greet the family. But they couldn't do it. They was breaking down and crying worse than the family coming in there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot.
We pretty much just keep them in the office now. So.
Oh, so they talk to the families and do the funeral
the
pricing
hostess, you know,
like
they
that.
may hand out the programs or whatnot and just greet the family as they come in. I'm trying to get Reagan to start driving the hearse now, as y'all see.
That takes a special skill. Leave that girl in the office.
Hey,
that's a lot.
She says the R on the side of the building stands for her name. So Reagan gonna have to come step up then.
She ain't got to drive the hearse. She's already in the building. But now she's on TV. How do the girls like this new life? Do they get recognized? Do you guys get recognized? You probably already did that before the show. It's probably like to the 10th degree, right?
Well, Reagan came in all excited that she got noticed and recognized at the beauty salon. Kevin and Debbie's getting recognized everywhere. I do okay, all right, you know. But yeah, it's fun watching Kevin and Bishop. I talked to Bishop the other day.
Yeah.
Bishop told me he's getting autographs and things. So Bishop said, man, everybody asked me for my autograph.
I don't know. Maybe my team thought you was a comic because of the TV show and how funny you are. So what can you guys tell us that we don't see that happens there? Okay.
These families getting into it. They fighting. You get out there and then how in the world do we get out there and get in the middle of a major serious fight at the cemetery? Where they do that at? You see what I'm saying?
Memphis.
Every time, it's the last couple of weeks, every time we go to that cemetery, something break out. We have to leave there running. Every time, never fails, because it's a difference with these young people.
Yeah.
According to how it used to be back in the day, they saying all kind of crazy stuff and out there, jumping up in these mama's faces and these grandmama's faces. And honey, we here lately, we running up out the cemetery. They running us up out of there. Yeah, they be fighting. Yes, ma'am. Tensions is high. Yeah, you didn't pay for this. You didn't pay for that. You didn't do this. You didn't. Yes. Yes.
And then a lot of times, Tamar, these funeral services are like family reunions. These families haven't seen each other probably in the last 10 years.
One of them shoot off and say something, and baby, it's on. I tell people all the time in here, y'all don't get it twisted. We know it's a funeral home, and I understand what you think might happen. But girl, they'll shoot off on you around here. Yes, ma'am.
What?
Yes. It ain't no different than going to the club.
The funeral home like the club?
Funeral home be like the club, baby. They'll shoot off and pop off on you around here. You have to tell your family. Every week we have a meeting right before a service. Okay, you look on the board. You already know the people because you interacted with them, right? Okay, like last Saturday, the whole schedule, all of them messed up. Get ready.
How do you deal with
that? You better stay, number one, most important, stay at the face. If they ask you a question, what's the answer? I don't know. Call the office. Anything else, they start fighting, bag back, bag down.
They don't have to worry about that. All that's coming towards the funeral director.
All that comes towards you?
All that comes towards me.
So how do you deal with that?
You just have to, stay professional, deal with it the best way you can. It depends on the...
No, he gonna deal with it like this. Okay, now who was it that said something to you? Oh, man. Oh, okay. But did you call the office? Yeah, okay. Did you talk to any one of them ladies in there? Okay, well, I'm going to go and call them and talk to them and see exactly what happened and who you were talking to, and I'm going to get back with you with that.
Oh,
That's
you
what
keep
you
it
gonna do.
professional. Got it.
Right.
For the person who's listening, who's never been through this before, right?
Right.
What kind of advice would you give the person if they lost a loved one for the first time? They don't know what they're getting themselves into. They go to the funeral home. It's $8,000. What can they do without? What do they need? What are the specifics that you need for real?
Okay, when they come in the funeral home, and then when they come in, the first thing you tell them is this: you do not ask a person this question. This is this a deal breaker, and they just ain't caught on to it. You go to a funeral home, the first thing that person asks you when you walk in the door is, "Oh, hello, Miss Tamar, how are you? Do you have a insurance policy? A policy?
Right.
Go back and get in your car. Don't even go in the door, because what difference does it make if I got a policy or not? The price is the price." So people have a tendency to add a little bit more on there, what you call it junk stuff, because they said they got a policy. So if you walk in the funeral home and they say, "Hey, Miss Tamar, come on in. We just want to say, give our condolences to your dog and your cat and everything and all this kind of stuff. Who is your insurance policy with?" Go get in your car. Number one, run. "Oh, no, mama wouldn't want this casket. Mama want that casket." I had a lady last week look at that casket. She fell in love with it. Oh, I mean, I put in there and everything. That's the casket sitting up there. He got stuck with. Cost too much money. He finna dump it on your family.
And that's one reason we came out with the $18.95 and
yeah, we don't do all that.
Giving them a great funeral package, because funeral directors already have a bad reputation.
And they know you already grieving.
Yeah.
You ain't thinking straight. Your man just ain't right there. So you know, and here they come. I need to show you this casket over here. I had a lady yesterday and she looked so pretty in it. Your mama gonna look pretty in it too. It's the has one on the floor.
Wow.
No, we don't do that. Now you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
We just open up the room and just say, just go on in there and you look and see what you want, and we'll meet you when you come back out.
Yeah.
Not that pressure sale. See, it's a funeral. It's a business. It ain't no different than a car lot. It ain't no different than a hamburger shop. It ain't no different.
It's a car lot, huh?
Now, I'm giving you an example.
I'm just saying, like, when people go in and look at different things, like, it's like looking at, like buying a car.
Yeah, you're just looking at which one you want. You know, let me see this one over here. Okay, I like that. That looks nice over there, but don't be pressured. Yeah. Well, yeah, I can get you. What color you say you wanted? Oh, I can get that for you, but that's going to cost a little bit more money. Probably about $4,500 on top of what that already costs. Ooh. All that kind of foolishness.
Jeez.
That's what you get in this business.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
So I know you guys have an amazing price point, and that's nowhere else.
No, ma'am, it's not.
So what's a good price point, like in Nutbush?
A good price point for a burial and a funeral service, I'm going to say $5,500, and that's it. It don't cost all that money. You can go get a nice funeral, go to the cemetery, go get buried, and everything for $5,500.
Yeah. Everything else is like overdone, over the top, extra.
Whatever they boss told them, they got to write up today. You know, this business is like any other. You ain't met your quota. You need to write up $20,000 for stuff this week. You think them men ain't trying to write up 20 grand?
Yeah.
Cause that's what they tell them.
Yeah. I'm thinking that this is like your least favorite part of the business is the hackling of the business. Not you all, but the other people.
Oh yeah.
Like, so what's your favorite part of the business? What if you've fallen in love with
the family? I love the family.
My favorite part is when the family comes to you at the end of the service and just thank you so much and tell you everything was so wonderful and their loved one would be very happy and everything. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, giving the family comfort. So what happens how do you feel and what can you do if the family is just not happy with nothing?
Oh, you get some of them too.
Hold on, Mama. Let me tell you this. The main complaints we get are from the family members that didn't even put no money on nothing. They ain't pay nothing. They just came in with their attitude.
Right.
But let me say this to you. We get very few complaints. We really don't get a lot of complaints. We really don't do that. But you know, I listen to everything they gonna say. They be coming all out the woodwork and all kinds of stuff. So then I flip it. It's like a light switch. I say, okay, all that was wrong. Oh, Miss Debbie, what you said? I said, okay, I got that written down. That's what's wrong. Now let's go get another list. What was right?
Right.
Let's talk about what was right.
Yeah. So, Ryan, let me ask you a question. Because I can see that your mama want to please a lot of people. She's a good-hearted person, I could tell.
Yeah.
So how much free stuff she give away? Does that drive you
It
crazy?
drives me crazy. It's not so much of her giving it away. Most of the times, I may agree with her. You know,
Okay.
discuss it with me first.
Yeah.
Discuss it with the boss first.
Yeah.
If I have to give you away.
Yeah, because I would think like at some point it's not about just the business because you're dealing with families and you're dealing with emotions. When is it not about the business of a funeral home and just about the person and the people? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yes. Like 2 weeks ago, we got that call about that little baby. You know, we're not going to charge y'all for that.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a heartbreaking accident. You know, this family didn't have insurance or anything. So we're going to give y'all that funeral, you know?
Oh, that is amazing. So beautiful. Oh, my God. So let me ask y'all a question. So the casket and the burial was $18.95, but the cremation is $5.95.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What? I love y'all so much. Exactly. Okay, so do you ever suggest, okay, y'all need the $18.95 package or y'all thought about the $5.95. Do you ever suggest one to a family?
You can't do that in here, baby. It's Black America. You better not tell nobody get the $5.95 cremation price to burn their mama up. Are you kidding me? You got to let them come with that. You better not go out the gate with that package. You better just give them all to them at one time and let them look at them and let them decide. You better not suggest nothing about burn mama up. Ain't gonna work for you. No, you can't do that. Not here. No, girl, no.
We just lay it out for them and let them choose.
Yeah, you just lay everything out there and let them look at it. Yeah, are you kidding me? Y'all ain't got no money. Then you jump up and Bernard and say, okay, well, y'all really ain't got no money. You can't afford the $18.95. Well, how about, look at this package, the cremation for $5.95. Girl, you just got to fight. You just drew yourself a fight. You can't do it. You just got to lay all the packages out, walk off and let them look at it. They know how much money they got.
You don't ask them, what if it was like a bad accident and you know you can't get them to look like the way that, you know, they would want to look like, the family would want to look like. You don't be like, you don't say that then.
No, you don't say it then. You just kind of give it to them. And then you let them know when the person come in. Look, babe, you already understand things might just ain't right because he had an accident, this and that. But then we take pictures all the time anyway, so you know. But you better, I don't care what the circumstances is. You would better not start that game I'm talking about. We gonna burn mama up. It ain't gonna work for you.
Why you keep saying mama?
No, $5.95. No. No. You ain't gonna be able to do it. No.
What you was finna say, Ryan? It's like, sometimes you can't even say that your mama crazy.
Y'all need to exchange numbers. That lady ain't gonna stop talking.
Y'all gonna draw a damn fight up in here if I say something. You say something like, okay, but you ain't really got the money then. Why don't you just go on and make your money? Why don't you just go on and spend the $5.95 and be through it? You ain't got it. So what difference do it make? You better not say that. You're gonna have to call the National Guard up in here because they're gonna whoop on you for them. No.
See, that's why I love this show so much because it's so good and it's so real. And you're right, I can't talk. I'm gonna call you Miss Debbie all day, every day. Period. So listen, at this point in the show, because you know, you guys coming on here is a true blessing for me, you know, and while the show is called Under Construction, a lot of people, you know, struggle with death and don't know how to deal with it when it's the family time. And at this portion of the show, we like to talk about what we got from, you know, this whole interview. For me, you all are bringing a light and bringing lightness to such a heavy situation. And, you know, I just have to say kudos to you, Ryan, for even, you know, thinking about this and, you know, being a pillar in your community to help ease, you know, that dark feeling. And you too, Miss Debbie, because I'm telling you over here cracking me up. And when you can bring laughter to sadness, it's always, you know, I call it, you know, a God situation. You know what I mean? Because when something seems so dark, something seems so hard, how do you laugh? How do you see the good, you know what I mean? Or the fun, you know, in something that's so hard. So I just wanted to tell you guys my take. I'm going to go first because I never go first. My takeaway from this whole thing is you guys are phenomenal people. really, because most people don't care at the end of the day. And you guys have opened the door to care about people's pockets, care about people emotionally. And thank you so much for giving back when you didn't even know that's what you were, doing. Thank you so much, because it is hard. I remember when my niece passed and I said, oh my God, I do not have time to go to no funeral home. I didn't mean like time during the day. I meant like time emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have this kind of time to spare because this is a lot. And it was a lot because it was a bunch of prices. And that's the last thing you want to talk about is money and death.
Right.
Okay. Nothing gets more emotional than that. And I would just like to say, you guys are amazing. You guys definitely deserve a second season. It's hilarious. And I love you, not just because you Black, but you Black and doing what you have to do by your own people. So
we thank you for that too.
Thank you.
Well, it's true. It's so true. It's so true. Is there anything else y'all want to add before we go?
Nope.
We want to say we thank you for allowing us to come on your platform. Everybody watches you. You know what I'm saying? So we do see it. Old as I am, I know Tamar under construction. My grandchildren put it out there for me. But, we want to thank you for allowing us to come into your life, to be on your platform, to recognize us. And you know what? With you all having a reality show, and you got a big old family like us, so you know what family is.
Yeah.
So to allow for us to come in and be a part of your life and your family, and you talk about how amazing our family is. We say your family is amazing. Hey, we love you. We thrown back. People don't know. We are so taken back with this. They have shown us so much love.
Yeah.
And we just don't know what to say. We just on a roller coaster right now. Thank you for allowing us to come on your platform, baby. That's a lot.
Oh, thank you. Okay, wait a minute, Ryan, because before we go, I forgot to ask, you met your daughter, Deja, when she was 15. I need to know about that story. And how did that work?
Oh, wow. That story was, I was hanging out in a club one night. I saw this lady staring at me, and she approached me. I'm thinking she about to come shoot her shot,
Right. Oh, all right.
Hey, how you doing? You remember me? And I'm like, yeah, I do remember you. And, she was like, you remember what we did back a couple of years ago when we hung out? I said, I remember all that. And, she told me it was a young lady walking around looking just like me, from that experience. I feel like Michael Jackson and Billie Jean, I saw the picture and the eyes was like mine, So, we went and got tested, and Deja came back 99% mine.
Wow.
And so that was it was very nervous for me because I didn't know, that 15 years, I didn't know what type of connection we would have. I didn't know how she would feel about me or accept me into her life. I didn't know how to be a father to her, coming in, trying to tell her stuff about her life and getting her business. I didn't know how to navigate that. So I just wanted to just be there for her, listen to her, and just get to know her and just form that bond from there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So how is our relationship now?
Our relationship is great. It's just, it was just starting at that point and just continuing to build. And I plan on doing a better job with her kids, spending time with all of them. So
that's so beautiful. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. What a pleasure to have you on the show. It's such a blessing. And just keep on doing what y'all doing. Just really. And don't let nothing come in between y'all family. Don't let a camera, don't let nobody down there mumbling.
Yeah.
Coming between our family bond, which I have going on, is amazing and beautiful and blessed. And stay in the light. You guys are amazing, beautiful people.
Thank you.
Everybody, the Bernards. Oh my God, y'all. That was so fun. Like, it's so nice to see a family reality show that closely mimics the off-camera dynamics of their true interactions, business dealings, and engagements, right? Like, it's truly a beautiful thing to see, especially since the family business is something that he hopes to pass down to his daughters. Now, if you haven't had the chance to check out Buried by the Bernards, y'all, I'm telling you, it's so good. And it's available on Netflix right now. All right, everybody, before we close out, I want to remind y'all that your girl is on Cameo. Now Now you can request your birthday, anniversary, motivational messages, affirmations, or whatever is appropriate to pick you on up. All you gotta do is just hit me up on Cameo at cameo.com/Tamar Braxton. Well, everybody, that is our show for today. Can you believe it? That went by so fast. And listen, remember, if you want to hit me with a question or comment about this show, you can email me at ucwithtamar@gmail.com. That's the letters ucwithtamar@gmail.com. And listen, if no one else tells you, remember that I love you, and I truly mean it, because we're all under construction together. Bye. Under Construction is a production of Mo Sauce, a Stitcher brand. It's produced by Angel Lavitz. Our recording engineer and sound designer is Rashad Smith. Music provided by Radio and Audio Everywhere Company.
More sauce.